Welcome to Cartomancy Mesquite. I'm Angela, and this is my friend Diana, Wonder Woman.
I
We're going to be
love
doing
that.
we're going to be doing Oracle Garden readings with Nancy Jean's Oracle Garden. The link it for her store is in the description below. If you would like to buy an Oracle Garden, she does sell them. She's the one who made them, and we think they're fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Case
Gotta
in
love the
point,
Oracle Garden. Mm-hmm.
case in point, I was doing a reading. I can't ever figure out how to get this light to work and enhance me rather than make me look older. Um, I, I was just playing with the stones, getting ready. I went, no, this is worth keeping as for the collective, for the energies that we have going on in the astrology in the sky with Venus behind the sun and the Sedna and
Mm-hmm.
the Venus Mars love story that can't be told right now because she's still behind the sun, and her being behind the sun is things are clear. She wants to get out of there. She's in Haiti.
Uh-huh.
She wants to get back to, she loves being the queen of the underworld right now, but oh my God, she just wants to get back out, and she wants to,
Mm-hmm.
will the romance with Mars still be going on, because while she's behind the sun, especially that she's in water,
Mm-hmm.
that sun is sizzling the water, it's boiling away, it's turning to steam, it's like evaporating. And then Taurus, Mars is in Taurus at 27 degrees. So he is, or 20, 21, 22 degrees. So he's in a place where he's kind of stuck. And while her water is evaporating, he's in that, oh, it's hardening the mud. My feet are stuck. I can't go forward. I can't go back. And then the sun itself has created, just had a T square to the north node and south node. And we're at the pinnacle of the sun, but we can't we can't go back. We cannot go back, and we cannot make a move forward yet. But soon
Yeah.
we will, because on the 24th, Venus becomes visible, and she will be in Leo when she pops out
Mm-hmm.
from behind that sun. So it will be a good thing. She'll be out of Cancer. She'll be all fired up herself, right? Let's go party, because she loves to
Mm-hmm.
be the sky. She loves to be the night sky. So the reading I got when I threw the stones, it's like, where do you even start with this? Because we have sodalite in the crown chakra and future. And that sodalite in the crown is all about where, when the stone falls here,
Mm-hmm.
why am I echoing? When the stone falls here, all will become clear. And that's perfect about her. She is not clear right now, right? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's because it's still on. There we go. So, okay. So in the future, the near future is going to become clear. Well, what's in the future? The pyrite is in the future. Pyrite in the future is all
Oh
gifts.
wow.
All gifts are that are to be aren't quite there yet. How perfect is that? Then we have the fuchsite, which is our
Mm-hmm.
body, in the crown, in the tree of life in harmony, and in true. So to be there, it's, we seek harmony through the physical form. And so we have to keep working at it. We're dragging ourselves around
Mm-hmm.
physically right now, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
being in true, it's, yeah, that's the way you got to think. Is it's still in the future. We got to head towards that. But that
Yep.
crown is all about the light force, and that of life needs to
Mm-hmm.
be expressed physically. So
Yeah.
we have to express it physically, and we're guided to do things physically. So we still have to, even though it's a little sludgy, we still have to move. Don't
Mhm.
hurt yourself, but we still have to move.
Yeah.
Then we have amethyst, the stone of all that magic and spirit, in all four: air, earth, water. I can't even read that. That's the medicine. We have to
Yeah.
walk the medicine wheel one step at a time. And then,
Oh, that's
um,
good.
right? And then calcite is I mean, it is right in the middle point between
Mhm.
the sacral, the root, go for it, water, fire, past. Changes are coming. Big changes are coming.
Uh-huh.
Think about what no longer serves your purpose. It's the same thing that's basically in the sky. What no longer serves your purpose, what we're healing, go with your gut. We're healing our root chakras right now. So many of us are having issues with the lower back. And, we all have this strange gait when we get to be around my age, right? Like all of a sudden
Uh-huh.
one day it's like, how come my leg doesn't want to go out there where it's been going for 75 years, and all of a sudden it's 4 inches shorter in the span, right? And it's a
Mhm.
hump to get up, and it's once I get going, I'm fine, but I have to stay moving. So this
Mhm. Yeah.
definitely applies to me because as a Gemini, my chart says I have to be in movement. I have to be in movement.
Mhm.
And I do know that so much healing comes in that movement for all of us. If we rest too long, we rust,
Oh,
right?
yes. That's one of my famous sayings is that if you stop doing something, you lose it.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. The whole injury, the day that I did whatever it was that happened, I
Mhm.
it's like I just I couldn't do it anymore. Not that I couldn't, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
the whole alignment seemed wrong. Well, I continued to try, but I eliminated that one particular pose. And
Uh-huh.
it just kept snowballing back and back and back. And so I don't know what to put my finger on, but tomorrow, chiropractor,
All right.
my first
Yes.
visit to a chiropractor, and the medical system is so broken because
Oh, you're not kidding.
the only one who's going to listen to anything you have to say is a chiropractor anymore.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's a specialist and nobody handles anything but one thing.
Yep.
I can't help you with that. I can't do anything about that. And it just seems to be
Mhm.
getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And that's for all of us.
Well,
We
that
just have,
sounds pretty good to me. Actually, it
right?
does.
The
Yes.
clearing is coming. We just have to keep working at it. Whatever we can get accomplished is what we have to get accomplished.
Yep.
I hope you don't mind my chimes. If you do, I will mute myself.
Oh no, love the chimes. I have I have a collection of pendulum driven clocks.
Awesome.
But however, my house is on pier and beam, which
Oh,
means I can never get it level enough for my clocks to keep going. It's driving me crazy. It has ever since I lived here, but I love this house.
well,
So the
yeah.
clocks just sit there.
It's like
Yep.
my I almost brought it out today. Just to
Uh-huh.
have on display. I have an old Bakelite phone, right, from the 40s.
Uh-huh.
And I absolutely love it. And up until the time I moved back to Michigan, I used it
Mm-hmm.
because the conglomerate that I had phone service from and internet service from into my house had was able to pick up the pulse because I had the
Mhm.
gut changed to pulse,
Yeah.
right? But you could still use the dial on it and dial out,
Mhm.
but it would pick it up and convert the signal to pulse. Well, I moved here and another conglomerate does not, they're in agreement with each other that that other conglomerate cannot offer internet service in Michigan.
Mm.
You can get
Oh
a
my
phone
goodness.
through them, but you cannot have internet service here, which bums me out because this group does not do pulse. Well, I guess they do pulse, but they do not do the conversion from my old
Mhm.
cell phone, even though the guts on my phone are changed to be able to mesh. How does that work? I don't even know. That's over
I
my
don't know
pay
either.
grade. Over my pay grade, right?
Yeah, T. Lynn says, exactly, Diane, have about 15 health issues and not a single one resolved by doctor last visit. Asked again about 10
18.
months, 18 months recurring hives for no obvious reason. Told change hand lotion.
What's
Oh,
in the water is what I would ask.
that's what I would too. That's why I filter my water. I will not ingest water from the tap here.
Yeah. And laundry detergent, what are they putting in that? What kind of fabric softener are you using? You know, um, go back to the older, more reliable stuff.
Uh huh.
The newer things that are safer are so expensive. It's like you're breaking my back, you
Yep.
know? And I get it. Hives for no reason. Yeah, I would look to detergent and what's in the water in your area that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
make sense. What did they change in something you eat? Not so much the hand lotion, but what did you change in something that, what did they change in something that you eat on a regular basis? Or what have you,
Yeah.
like you can reach a point where you can't eat strawberries anymore
Uh
because
huh.
you get hives,
Yeah.
or so there's but the fact that they don't even want to talk to you about that or say, well, let's draw some blood and let me run an allergy test on that and see what it comes back, because that's the first thing that they should do. There's no reason to have all those damn scratch tests anymore because they can do it through blood to see what foods you're allergic to, what air uh,
Mm-hmm.
substances you're using, airborne substances you're allergic to, which would be fragrance or factory stuff like that. So,
Yep.
hey,
Yes.
art tub, go for it, Allie. Alice.
Hi, Midnight Apothecary. Yeah, she says yes. Like food, good for you is expensive and junk is cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got to get rid of it. They've got
Yep.
to get rid of it, and even though it's cheap, it ain't cheap. Like
Exactly.
compared to the good stuff. She doesn't use
Yep.
anything with fragrance in it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's
unpronounceable additives. That's
uh-huh.
the problem.
Yes, and we can heal ourselves. Start reading up on herbs, food, and supplements that can heal your issues and cut out everything toxic that you can.
You know what I you know me and herbs, and get yourself a good bottle, in a glass bottle of organic um, castor oil,
Yeah.
and put that on it. My the free salve. No, what I give the gal next door, gave them dandelion, and
Mm-hmm.
she had a rash on her arm, and it cured it. Um, did I give her comfrey or dandelion? Oh, I'm confused. Who got what? But even Valerie
Yeah.
Bradshaw from Illumination Portal, she was getting something that looked like, oh, is this psoriasis? And maybe your hives are really that underlying beginning to psoriasis, which is something else that is septic inside of you and nerve related. And castor oil is this miracle. It really is.
Uh-huh.
They took it away from us and gave it such a bad rap, just like they do with coconut oil. And things
Uh-huh.
that are good for us that are easily available to us, and they have another product that they want to sell. And so,
Yep.
then they say, well, you shouldn't do that. And no, because castor oil,
Yep.
my mother used to give it to me to keep me regular when I was a little kid, because I certainly wouldn't take the cod liver oil. Blech.
Oh,
At least
I
castor
still,
has no taste.
Diane, I still do take not castor oil, cod liver oil.
Do ya?
Yeah, it does wonders for inflammation.
Yeah. So does the castor oil. That's why I use it as the carrier in my salve.
Yeah.
Because it is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, microbial, viral. All the antis are in there. So it enhances those same properties from comfrey, plantain, dandelion, vervain, any of those things that we use to make salves out of. It enhances that. More so than olive oil or almond oil. Not that those don't have the same properties, but they're thinner, and castor oil has that deep, deep bone penetration.
Oh, yeah.
Black walnut salve is amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go over what questions we have. I have Heavenly Blessed Honey, Sue Toffee, Carl Heath, and Carl, I got you again. So we'll go over those questions in a few minutes. Okay. I've never heard of walnut salve. Definitely have to look into it. Yes, look into all kinds of foods. Food is medicine.
Exactly.
And that's how I operate.
And half of it's growing in your lawn if you don't have a
Yes.
or an HMO that comes in and pours, toxic chemicals on it. That's another thing, what neighbor is using chemical fertilizer or chemical weed killer or chemical bug killer, all that stuff. Midnight Apothecary, do you have a channel? Do you have a business? It sounds great. I would love some walnut salve if you make it.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Absolutely. Yeah, I would appreciate some of that. Or if you're not selling it, can you
suggest the best brand?
Send us the recipe.
Oh yeah, send me the recipe, the ground walnut.
Yep. Okay, you think we ought to start our questions here?
Sure.
Okay. This is our first one. Can you see me moving this year? If so, a location, please and thank you so much. Okay, location's going to be hard to do. I'm not sure how to go about that.
Well, how about when it comes to that, we take the body, the fuchsite, and adjust the fuchsite and see which direction it goes.
Oh, good idea. Thank you.
Okay, so let's try that, and then we'll.
Okay, the fuchsite first.
I have someplace earthy in the east. It landed flat in the earth.
I've got kind of straddling east and south. And it landed in the solar plexus.
Oh.
So follow your gut on that location.
There you go. And that kind of also sounds like this is a choice, but you go in this direction, southeast.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to throw the other 4 stones and see what comes to that. You do the same?
Yep.
Okay. Sodalite landed completely in the crown chakra, which is what I was just talking about.
Yep.
Sodalite in the crown chakra says, all will become clear. So take one step at a time so that you give it opportunity to clear for you. Then we have the amethyst in air and future. The future amethyst is about being patient. Transformation is coming. It's on its way. Be patient because it's in the future. Plan your dream, or, be aware of your dream. It's in the air. Put your message out there so that it comes your way, so that the universe hears you. Spirit transforms through your thinking. So spirit will transform the way you think, and that is you getting synchronized with spirit. And then you have pyrite and calcite, both in fire, right? And let's see. Clarification comes from dealing with your past. So what don't you want?
Yeah.
Being aware of what you do not want. And then the calcite is all about don't become tied to the errors of the past, or what has hurt you in the past. That's the stuff that we need to let go of. What's going on in the sky is showing us, especially since that T-square that was the sun, and then yesterday was just the moon with the nodes. It is the south node and north node. The nodes always go in a clockwise motion around the sun. The planets go counterclockwise. So as the south node starts to continue to travel through Libra, it is getting into the lesser degrees. Well, the sun is headed towards Libra. It has to go through Leo, finish up Cancer, go through Leo, then it's going into Libra. When that sun gets into Libra, more is going to be clear on what no longer serves your purpose. And as that connection happens, the sun is going to be opposite the degrees of the north node. Well, are you going to fight yourself, or are you going to work on taking care of you, carrying the pole, being balanced in how much weight is on each end, so that it's an easy transfer of energy for you, because it's only yourself you're battling in those occasions. So, what'd you get?
Okay. First, I wanted to make a little announcement. I wanted to shove this in here. I've been writing down names. I need moderators, so you may find yourself a moderator next week. I'm going to put as many of you on as moderators as I can. That way, We don't have to deal with trolls anymore. Okay, now what I got was the clarity is in third eye and throat chakra, which is really good. Means your third eye is sending the message and you're speaking that truth out. And it says, ideas for wisdom will flow freely. Clarity of thoughts are part of this plan. So yeah, it's let those two work together. Let them work together. Let it come in the third eye and go out your mouth. You'll be speaking the truth. And then I got the fuchsite, or the body, is in solar plexus. And that's body will bring forth power. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then the mind is also in solar plexus. Power through connecting mental forces.
Where do you want to go? That's solar
Yes.
plexus. Yeah.
This looks like it's your
That's like
choice.
Yes, and that's a little southern with a little western. It's a southern location with a little western as well. So, sacral, that's your gut feeling, that's your body.
Yeah, you need to listen to that. And then I've got the amethyst, or your spirit, is in sacral, which is power comes from spirit to transform and transmute. So you're going to have changes coming, and they're just going to flow. They're going to flow through your spirit. Like I said, listen to that third eye. The truth will come out your mouth, and you're good. Then I've got your grounding stone is in crown enlightenment. That helps give confidence in our ability to connect energies. So what I read from that is, you've got this wired. Just let things flow and follow your inner voice. Listen to your guides, and you'll land where you need to be.
And today is 7/7.
Oh, that didn't even dawn on me. We've got 7/7.
So we're sitting here on a deemed portal for the month, right? So that you walking through the doorway, the options are yours as you're getting through there. Which direction do you want to go? What pleases you the most?
I just got the saying, the world is your oyster. That just popped into my head.
Right?
Yeah, you can't. It just popped into my head, so I had to say it. I am. If it comes into my head, I gotta say it. But yeah, the world is your oyster. You've got a good direction. Your guides are sending you the right information, and the truth is coming to you. So you've got it pretty good.
Just a little follow-up here. Apothecary says she's out till next year's harvest, but the nerdy housewife has a recipe. Now,
all right.
I have walnuts growing here, but I'm not above purchasing what I need from another farm.
Exactly. Yep.
Thank you.
Yes.
And
thank you very much.
Next year, make sure you let us know how it's going for you.
Okay. Our next question is from Sue Toffee. Do you see an increase in my finances from now till the rest of the year? I'm going to start with this.
Yeah, that's, I'm going to use my coppers. Okay.
Is she going to see an increase in
finance issues? Can you help us answer questions?
Okay, I've got a small yes, so I think it's going to come slowly, but it's going to slowly build. as you go?
Will her income improve? Yes. And I have, when Coppers answered yes, when I asked if they would answer a question for you, they were touching. That's it. Absolutely. Well, this is still absolutely, but it's going to come in small increments, just like what Angela was saying. I don't know if I can get it visible, but there's about they're perpendicular to each other and they're still pointing straight ahead to the north, which is, yeah. Of course, they're going to point north right now because of the direction in which I'm sitting.
Yeah.
And there is, there's water all around me, but the Saginaw Bay is in that direction. So,
yeah.
Yeah, you're going to definitely, it's just going to be small increments at a time. But it's going to be a steady move up.
Okay. Now let's go back to our questions here. Next we have Carl. Diana, do folks on the other side, if they would want to, say, learn to play the guitar, wouldn't it be instant? Does it still take time and need to practice for them? My dad was telling Val that yesterday.
Okay, let me make sure I have this clear in my head. Your dad, Val, picked up on Klingenbeck, Dragonfly Crystals. She picked up on hearing your dad say, all you got to do is play on the other side and you can play. Or he was saying, does it take? They're on the other side.
I would say no, it's not instantaneously. Since he came to you and he was practicing, you're going to have to work at it. It's not going to come to you immediately.
Right. So he has, and I'm going to, with Grizzly's little bark, 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 take that as an omen that is, I want to be better. I want to be better. It's not that he can't play, because he could pick it up and he could play, but he wants to be Segovia. So it's, he's got to keep working on it, to get where he wants it to be. He's trying to fulfill his criteria for what he thinks is a great guitarist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's got it, but it ain't good enough by his standards.
Yes. Okay, this is another part from Carl. Sorry for asking this again, but will attorney get back to my team and pay us the balance owed to us? We don't have other ways to reach him. That's why I have to ask this. Nowhere else can we know. Are you muted, Dan?
Grizzly's awfully noisy, excuse me, but Coppers went crazy, and the first question was flat out, is he is Carl going to get? And this was the answer. So
Mhm.
the coppers were crossed in the middle. It's not going to be right away if the man follows through. But this is, then I asked, do you need to put some pressure on? Now, you don't have any other ways to reach him, but how? How are you reaching out to him? And where does he go when he disappears like this? You know, he's obviously shown that he's not trustworthy. Now, Carl,
Yep.
this keeps happening to you. You are too trusting.
Mhm.
You have this wonderful sense about you that says, my word is as good as.
Mhm.
That doesn't work in today's society, especially when you're dealing with people who have financial backing from other people. They're
Mhm.
always trying to jerk you around. I'm not saying to look at him as cutting your losses, but the quandary that is this, that showed up twice as I was asking questions, is what you keep finding yourself in.
Mhm.
You have to start putting together invoices and demand payment up front.
Mhm.
3/4 of it, because a half isn't getting you anywhere.
No.
Then you have all the information to give them. And sometimes they take that information and still don't give you what they owe you.
Mhm.
That's on them. But what's the old saying, Carl? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And this guy showed early on that he wasn't trustworthy because it took him so long to get back to you. So where does he go when he disappears? And when he comes back 2 months from now and gives you the rest of the money, you're going to be in another place of dire straits. And I don't want you to be there, but you have to do better protecting yourself. You leave yourself wide open all the time. And these energies, the people who carry and live by those energies, seem to follow you. They seem to get in your path and take advantage of the good work that you do.
Precisely.
Yes, precisely, man. And write the damn stuff down. What they're getting and what your demand is. And full payment, refundable if you don't fulfill the contract, because you know how hard you're going to work to make sure that your integrity isn't compromised. You can't trust them.
Mhm. And just a little, this is what I do. If somebody owes me money, I'll find out where they are and I'll go right there and I'll meet them face to face.
Bang on
Put
the
that
door.
hand
Yeah,
down.
that's a confirmation. Ding ding, bang right on the door, and the bells rang.
He doesn't know the results. We'll tell him. If you want the results, cash in my hand. No
Yep.
checks. Sorry, I
Money
can't
you
trust
owe
you
me.
with a check.
Right?
Cash.
What's to keep you from going and getting those treasures?
Yep.
I mean, it's just because you're standing in integrity.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can be a scrapper when you want to be, right?
Yep.
And you know where the treasure's buried. Go dig it up.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. Next we have Denise McMullen. Could you please ask what can I do to open up my gifts. Okay, and if anybody else has questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, because this is the last one I have starred. So if I haven't read your question, then I didn't see it. So put it back in and I'll get you. Okay, Denise McMullen, could I please ask what I can do to open up my gifts? One thing to start is do a regular meditation. And I don't mean you have to meditate 24 hours a day. I mean, a 2-minute meditation is enough to get you started.
And this is a perfect time because we're
Yes.
still, the moon is probably in Leo by now, but it has been in Cancer. So this is the new moon. And even if it has moved into Leo, we're just in the witch's sliver. So it's still a time of manifestation.
Yes. And today's 7/7. It's a portal.
Exactly.
So today's the day to start. Oh, boy, do you need grounding. Go ahead, Diana.
Okay, I have fusite in earth and fire. So embody your past and physical changes are coming. What do you already know? What do you want to expand on? Calcite is in fire. Do not become tied to what that past is. It can get a little cloudy. Then you have pyrite in heart. What do you like? What do you want? And solar plexus. What does your gut feeling tell you about what it is to go forward on? Trust yourself. You already know what is interesting to you. That's where you begin. The rest of it opens up as you take that first step through this portal that we have today, 7/7. Sevens, what are sevens? Sevens are magic. Sevens are the hidden. Sevens are balance as the seventh house and the house of Libra and in astrology. And in the deck of cards, if you have the 7 of swords, it's like, is this what you're hoarding? What the small amount you're letting go, leaving behind, what you're taking forward with you. It can also be showing you who the thief is, who wants to steal your energy, things like that to take care of.
Gerald.
Hi, Gerald. And then you have the 7 of Wands. So think of all of those in different signs, right? So now in the heart, it's like, what intrigues you? What do you already love? That solar plexus, trust your gut. You're going to do the right thing. Then solar light is also in solar plexus, but it's also in restate. So how are you talking to yourself? Are you telling yourself you don't have any talent? Because that's not true. We're all born with it. All we have to do is open up to it, right? Ohm our way through it. What's the last one? We have amethyst and go for it. That's the spirit. I mean, I'm just go for it. Pick your number. Today would be a good day for sevens.
There you go.
Because it's 2024, so it's 2024. And 2 is a 4, and 4 is an 8.
There you go. Okay, what I got was your spirit in crown enlightenment. And that spirit harmonizes all your efforts. So that's pretty much tells me listen to your guides. They're talking to you. You may not be noticing them yet, but you'll get there. Just look for little signs, butterfly landing on your nose. Just little things.
I love that.
I had one follow me in the house the other day.
Awesome.
Things like that happen to me all the time, and they'll start happening to you. You just have to notice them. But that's what I got for your crown enlightenment, your spirit is harmonizing your efforts. And then I have your fuchsite and your calcite are both in false. Now that's kind of a strange one for me. Okay, listen to your body signals. You've cut off your contact with your body. You're not paying attention to it the way you need to. Pay attention to what your body says. Listen to your gut.
That's the solar plexus. What stone did you have there?
The body, the fuchsite.
Oh, and I had sodalite in there, in solar plexus. So yeah, exactly.
I've got the sodalite in false also. Vision is clouded at this time. So that's where the meditation is going to come in to clear up what's going on.
Yeah. That's, it's, to me, that's pretty amazing how those two stones in different corners on different tiles are telling the same story.
Yep. Okay. And then finally, I've got your mind, or your orange calcite is in your heart chakra. Mind is being opened by the heart. There you go. Awesome. Listen to your heart. Listen to your solar plexus. Listen to your body in general. Okay, let's cut it down to that. Listen to your body.
Again, a meshed reading.
Yeah, Gerald, I got your question. Okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. Now let's see. We've got a comment from Carl again. In 2019, I ran into my friend Chris, now police. I was being evicted and he was supposed to help me move out, but on the day I couldn't reach his phone. Since then, is he still alive? What happened to him?
Well, I am getting that he's no longer a police officer, but he's still wearing a uniform. What does that mean? Why are you showing me that? It looks like he's crossed over, or he's left the area. That much I am getting.
Yeah, he's in a state of confusion right now.
Something has happened.
Yep.
Something happened to change his trajectory. I'm also seeing bars. So I wonder if he got busted doing something shady.
Yeah, he's running away from something.
And I think, I think you're right. No, not a ghost. He's not a ghost. I don't think he's crossed over that way. I see bars and a uniform. He could be, in orange or wherever he is. If you were in the Philippines then, he's no longer a cop. He might be in jail himself, is what I'm saying.
Limbo, yeah. On either side, he could be on limbo, this side or that side. He is in limbo of some sort.
I'm getting mixed messages about this because one says, just flat out tell him I'm on the other side. So, but I didn't come in thinking that I would be doing this mediumship Akashic looking. So I haven't really fully opened up for that.
Yeah.
I can look at it again later on Tuesday. Get a hold of me on Tuesday in the show, on the Akashic show.
Okay. Next we have Gerald, and then I have Rishi after that.
Okay.
What message is there for me on this 7/7 day?
Oh, start over and go back to bed. Sorry, Gerald. They went crazy. What's physically bothering you? The sodalite does not want to stay on the board, so we're not going to read that. That's your clarity. There's something gnawing at you. Grizzly, knock it off. So in fire, we have both fusite and calcite. That's your body and mind. So whatever, this is embody your past and don't be clouded by that. Don't be tied to this false energy that's gnawing at you. Something is coming back that keeps bugging you. That's why the clarity does not want to talk about it. You got to clear that up yourself. Your pyrite is in go for it. That's the grounding stone. I have to look at that one. All is aligned with your values. On this, you are right. How you're feeling that this person did something wrong, you're correct. And then you have in the root chakra is where you have the amethyst, the spirit. And that's another don't get tied to. The connection of spirit is needed in this situation. So go, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you. No, I have not, Gerald. I have never gotten to read for you before. So I like that. You definitely know what this is, and you got to connect with spirit, and you know what that means because you do it all the time, dear. Yeah, go take a nap. That's always a good way. I love those afternoon meditations that turn into 20 minutes of snoring.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get your clarity, your sunlight in your third eye. Clarity of thoughts are part of this plan. You need to get clear on what your thinking is. Stop bouncing back and forth.
That's what's gnawing at him. That's why mine wouldn't stay on the board.
He's just bouncing back and forth. Now your pyrite is in earth, and that's your grounding. So that's pretty good. More to be brought forward. The stuff, whatever you're pondering or what's going back and forth in your head, is going to become clear. You're grounded, and it's coming to you. It is coming to you. Then I have the amethyst in water. Your spirit is in water. The transmutation is completed. So whatever change you've been going through is done. You've just got to learn to work with it and use it. And then your body is in air. Ground your thoughts. That's where you need your grounding. You need to ground your thoughts. And that's what's giving you the biggest problem is your thoughts are not grounded. You've been bouncing back and forth instead of figuring it out, And then your orange calcite is in tree of life. Okay, this is where your mind is at. You're opening to radiant guidance. That's just it. You need to listen to your guidance. I think if you listen more closely to your guidance, you're going to end this bouncing back and forth. Your guidance will tell you which way to go.
Well, and he's a water sign as well. So as far as the astrology goes, it's kind of sloshy. He's riding
Yep.
a wave, and sometimes the wave's knocking him off the board.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you just need to settle it down, dude.
Right? You're welcome,
Yep.
Gerald. It's your nature, especially now. Yeah, right. It's water time.
Yep.
It's not hammer time though. So quit beating yourself up.
Exactly. There you go. Okay, Rishi, can I have some guidance on how to deal with my toxic family? Oh, that's a difficult one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to let's see. I'm going to pull cards on this one.
That's what I was just debating.
Yeah. And I'm going to go I'm going to go with old school because Rishi's family is pretty old school. And this can help put a little levity because these pictures are cute.
Yeah, Gerald says I've got lots of plates spinning right now. It shows in your reading.
Right?
Yep.
It's like watching Ed Sullivan and those guys before Frisbee was a real thing who would come out of the balancing plates on the long sticks. Remember those days?
Yep.
Or, Gerald, you're probably too young. Your father still sees himself as the emperor. This requires a lot of strength from you, and it's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the foundation of this, we have the magician. You have to stop ignoring the tools that you already have. You're the foundation. It's your future. I don't know if you still live with your parents or your father is such a heavy influence, but you've got to be able to break free. In the recent past, you have tried to make this new beginning, right? Well, continue that leap of faith. You know, the nostalgia of your father's way of thinking is I'm the boss, he's my child, he needs to listen to me. Well, there's nothing wrong with respecting your father's wishes, but your father also has to come into the present day, which is a mutual respect. You are an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You have a world of your own that has to be lived. And you can still honor and respect his. He needs to cross the line to see how to respect yours. The moon. There are some hidden secrets with his past. He's probably dealing with the fact that, think about Cat Stevens, and in the song he says, I was once like you are now. Take your time, settle down. You could marry. I mean, he went through what you're going through now, but he has forgotten. He has become disconnected to his own past. The Two of Pentacles. It's a juggling situation every time you get together. And that's how you feel about your inside. This is you. Oh, do I got to do this again? It's hard to stay grounded when you talk to him because he churns you up. He churns up those emotions, makes you want to get going. What's around you is your own ability to ground yourself, the Ten of Pentacles. It's not just happiness and fulfillment and love. It is your ability to ground yourself. And you have another support team around you that can help you do that. Your spirit guides, this community, we can help bolster you, but you're the one who has to do the work. In the hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Wands. Put up boundaries. There's a magic card, the Seven of Wands. That's boundaries, and prepare for the argument. You're going to get some pushback from him. But if you have put your boundaries in place and just go, talk to the hand, I'm out of here. You don't start that. I want to love you, Dad, but don't start that. And the final outcome, Seven of Cups. Then he'll remind him of him when he was your age and tell him to be honest with himself. Don't delude himself on what his youth was like. One more from the top, Knight of Swords. Go ahead. Stand in your truth. Fight for what you want. The rising energy on that is a new beginning. Death is, transition. This is the old ways. They are astrologically, I can't say enough, because we are approaching 29 degrees of Pisces with Neptune, the ruling planet of Pisces. That's the last degree in the zodiac, 29 degrees and 59 minutes. That's the end of Pisces. Pisces is going to egress into Aries soon. Now he's going to do-si-do back and forth, just like what we went through with Pluto and Capricorn. But he is showing us the way forward, because when he enters Aries, he's going to be in a position to be flattering to Pluto in Aquarius. So you have to fight for what you want. And that's just, that's just every parent-child argument ever. End of message. I hope that helps, Rishi.
Okay.
There are issues with my finances too. Yes, I know, but that's changing if you take that suggestion and have a professional write your resume for you. Because you're going to feel like, oh, I'm not telling the truth. That's not so. It's just they know how to word it so the truth sounds better than just us people talking. They know the lingo for the office personnel, for HO. What is it? Human resources, HR.
Yeah. Okay, I got that. You need to take account for everything that goes on. You need to pay attention, because he's going to baffle you with bullshit if you don't watch it. So you need to keep account of what he says and what he does. He's the tyrant, and he loves being the tyrant.
Emperor, first card out of the deck, yeah?
Yep. So, and he thinks he's built a legacy, but it's not there. He in his mind, he thinks he's got this big wad of money or property, whatever. He's got a ton of it. But it's also how he knocks you out of your grounding. You've got to stay grounded. He's knocking your legs out from under you with that. Then I got the Seven of Swords. He thinks he's making off with something. You need to make sure you keep account of your stuff and keep your stuff.
Oh, and that's the third seven, because with me, he got the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Wands right there. This is what your dad is hoarding as well.
Yep, he's hoarding it, and he's keeping yours from you, or trying to anyway. Let's put it that way. I'll say he's trying to. And then I got the Two of Cups. This is a toxic relationship. And let me tell you something about toxic relationships. They do not improve. The only thing you can do is, at this point, since you're living there, is self-defense.
Yep, and I had the Two of Pentacles. I had that Two of Pentacles.
So the twos are matching up too. You need to go back to taking account of everything, keeping your stuff locked up, covered, hid, so he doesn't get to it. And that's the best I can tell you to do with that situation. I wish you luck. I know that I'm 2,000 miles away from a whole lot of people for a reason.
Right? I was shuffling like crazy, and here at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups again. Now, these are your choices.
Yep.
You have plenty of choices.
Here's the good one. Gray rock and hide and bide your time until you can leave. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, I love that. Get one crystal and put it in your pocket. Keep it there. You know, make it your worry stone, your palm stone, whatever you need it to be to get you through the times when you want to say more than you should.
Yeah.
Just enough to end to say, okay, got it. Bye. I'm out of here. I'm going to look for a job, and just diffuse the situation by leaving.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to do one last question since we're at that time. I've got hypnicity. She'd like a general reading.
Sure.
So you want to do cards or the garden?
When was the last time we did garden for hypnicity? I'm going to do garden because I think I just kind of did astrology with her the other day, so I'm going to do garden.
Oh, okay. Well, let's stick with the garden then.
Trust your gut, girl. Pyrite is in the solar plexus. Your amethyst is in the solar plexus. Sodalite is in false. What are you telling yourself? And then you got calcite in all of the medicine wheel. And fuchsite is in water. She's a Cancer. She's got a mushy third eye right now. But trust your gut. And what did we talk about? About giving yourself the time, taking the break. That's really what's showing up right here. False, sodalite. What are you telling yourself that isn't the truth? You are more gifted than you give yourself credit for. From your photography to your art to your ability to use this mushy third eye that you have right now. Give it a figure 8. Tap into it. Put a bindi on it and walk around the house that way. You know, that is a connection and helps keep you in a meditative, calm state. But the calcite, which is your mind, that's the confusion, that's the swirling waves, that's the bouncing that Gerald is feeling. He too is a water sign. So it's and we're all feeling it. The universe keeps giving us permission to take some time off. We got to heal. And there's only one way to do that. Take some time off. And then I have to look at this. Fuchsite in water helps. This will help you with grounding. So go put your feet in the water. Go put your feet in the water. That's what you need more than Earth, because she is a Cancer and the sun's in her time frame.
I love that sound.
I do too. And I'm so used to it that half the time I don't hear it because, you know, I sleep through it. Although it is in the dining room, it's at the foot of the stairs, and I sleep in a bedroom, you know, above.
Yep.
So sometimes I can hear it.
Yeah.
It's an inside job. Yeah.
Okay. Should I go?
Sure, please.
Okay. Hypnicity, your grounding is in your throat chakra, so you've got it. You speak your truth. That's all it's saying is you've got to speak your truth, and speak your truth to yourself. Pay more attention to that than even others, because it's so important to speak your truth to yourself. You got to speak nice, kind things to yourself. All of that trash talk you give yourself is not helping.
Right.
And then I've got your body is in earth. Physical changes are coming. Who isn't getting that these days? Your mind is in fire. Do not become tied to false energy of the past. You can look to the past where things worked out fine, but where they didn't, ignore that stuff, because that's not going to do you any good. You got something, Diana?
No, I'm waiting for you to finish before I just saw
Okay.
a couple of things in the chat.
Okay, I've got your spirit or your amethyst is in your root chakra. And that's connection to spirit is needed in this situation. It means listen to your guides. Your guides are talking to you, but you're not quite getting the message.
Repeat what you
Yep.
said, because something went.
Huh, that's strange.
The sentence just before the one you said, we couldn't hear that, or I couldn't. It went like a stone was rolling.
Oh, okay. Well, her spirit or her amethyst is in the root chakra. Connection to spirit is needed in this situation. You need to connect with spirit and listen to your guides.
There you go.
They're talking, you're not hearing. So you need to listen to them. Then your clarity or your sunlight is in true and water. Let's see where I can find. True is ideas are correct. Things that are coming to you are correct. You need to keep listening to those guides. Yeah, I need to quiet my mind. Exactly. That's exactly what you need to do. And then it's also in water. So you have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situations. So you need to listen to your body too. And you'll get all the information you need to follow the path that you should be following.
Yeah. So Hypnicity had said above that she thought we were drawing cards. So I quickly grabbed some, and all of the cards that came out are reflective of what we read. And something that she had also said in here, which was, I need to quiet my mind. Yeah. Be your own companion. Place it in the cauldron. It might feel like exile, but look, you can take care of yourself. You are so resilient. And we have the keeper of the silence. We have Pan sitting here, the keeper of the silence, which is exactly what you said. You need to quiet your mind. Put that bindi there. And then you'll have a better idea of what your dreams are. Don't worry about all of that rhetoric out there that is that opposition interference is, that's just rhetoric. We're going to get past this. From riding a motorcycle, I know that sometimes the only way out of something is to get through something. So you have to go through the road that's just been graded, but not repaved yet. And it's like this the whole time you're going, but you have to keep your speed up and just plow through it, because momentum gets you there, because ballast gets you there. It finds its own way to keep you balanced. So, and then let's see, Carl also asked about the chimes. That's my Westminster clock. And I can't make it stop because it's, then I have to go through so much, but it's very poignant as we're doing readings. So I like that it gongs for us. Normally I do readings in another room, but that room is so bright that my camera
Yeah.
just makes me look like I'm a ghost. So
Uh-huh.
yes, balance is crucial. Carl, I'm really busy next week. We'll talk later and we'll see maybe the week after.
Hmm. Okay, here's a comment that I kind of missed.
Like a garage door when I need to stop mind chatter. There you go. I imagine that the door's shutting and it's louder than the mind chatter and it takes my breath, like takes my attention. Don't know where I came up with that, but it works for me. Well, T.
It's
Lynn,
a
in
good idea.
reality, if you have a door that is, as old as mine, and it's probably been on this system for at least 20 years, maybe longer, it's pretty noisy as it goes up and down.
Mine is too.
For sure. I'm lucky it's working. Knock on wood. I didn't mean it, universe. I was just joking. I'm willing to replace it, but not today, okay?
Okay, well, I think we're going to wrap it up. Please do all the YouTubey things, the like, share, subscribe. This is for entertainment purposes only. And thank you all for being here. We really enjoy this. This is
Yeah.
fun for us. I mean, this is absolute fun for us. And we love having you.
For sure. Everybody we've read for, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Gerald, thanks for asking a question because I feel privileged that we got to answer something for Gerald.
Yep.
I feel the same privilege for everybody else, but that was the first time, so
Yep. Okay. Well, we're going to close it up. Thank you for all for coming.
The Oracle.
There you go.
Final message. The Oracle. Be your own Oracle.
Yep. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.